Uh-oh, we're talking builders today. We're talking about the builder's nonsense that I am going to have you look out for when you go to a new construction development. Because this tactic has been going on forever, and it's kind of ridiculous. I had a couple people write to me and be like, can you talk about it again? I used to talk about this years ago. Now, is every builder bad? Of course not. Are there amazing builders agents? Of course there are, right? Just like in everything. But I'm here to teach you what to look out for. Number one, first thing is when you're buying a new build in a development, especially that has a CDD, you have not been tax rated yet on your house. It is extremely important that you understand that when you go to buy a new build, that they're going to price you out, hopefully, on what the reassessed taxes with the CDD is going to be. And you have to understand that a lot of times, and I've overheard it, they use a lower millage rate to bring the price down. And you're going to have some agents out there like, oh, that's ridiculous. No, yes, they do, because there is tons of people out there that can literally be like, my price went up way too much. It went up more than they said it was going to go up. I barely could afford my house. This is something that happens so much in the Riverview area in Florida, when, especially years ago when the builders were coming in, they were completely going off of wrong millage rates. A millage rate is like the calculation on your assessed house, what it assessed for, right? Let's say you bought a $400,000 house, on what that assessed tax rate is going to be, right? The calculations. So a lot of times to be like a best case scenario, I always do like 1.87 or 1.87%. That might be a little high, but at least you could be like, okay, if I can afford that, I'm good. That's before homestead and everything. So your calculations, and then you have to add the CDD on top of that. So the CDD is like the bond. I'm going to do a whole separate video on a CDD because a lot of people don't really get what a CDD is. You have your tax, and then you have a CDD, which is part of the tax. You have your ad valorem and non-ad valorem taxes. And you combine them both, and you have your tax bill. And the problem is that when you buy, let's say you're buying a resale house, okay? The resale house is going to show the assessed taxes of what that homeowner is paying as of today. And then your home will be assessed of the value that you buy it for, and then you'll get a reassessed. And you can go in, I'll put the link up in one of the video. You can go in and you can do the calculations for what your taxes should be. There's a calculations in Hillsborough County. And so you can say, oh, this person's paying $1,000, and the lender will be like, yeah, your taxes should go up to XYZ, so your mortgage payment should be this. When you're buying new construction, there isn't a tax bill yet. And they might just be showing the CDD, or they might just be showing the tax on the land. It is so important to understand and hope that the lender is giving you true millage tax rate on what it's going to be. Because I'm telling you right now, the amount of people that would be like, wow, it went up way more than it was, or they give a wrong calculations. I'm not going to say the builder. I wish I could. I'm very careful. I don't want to ever get sued. That I walked into one day with a buyer, and I heard that agent telling the person the tax rate and everything else, and I walked over and I said, do not buy a house. They're lying to you, because the person was like, I can only afford XYZ, and the calculations were wrong, and after that house was going to be assessed, that person was not going to be able to afford their house. This is the stuff I hate about real estate. It's like the tactics to try to get someone to sign a piece of paper. So just watch out for that. I'll do a separate video on that to understand that you are buying a new construction, that you are not assessed yet, to make sure the calculations are correct so you know what your payment is going to be. Number two, boop, 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 boop. Stop falling for this whole sales pitch. Like, if you don't buy now in the next 30 days, these prices are going to go up. You're going to miss out. Every single time I hear this stuff, oh, no, if you don't buy right now, the prices are going to go up. You got to sign today. The prices are going to go up. Do you know how many developments out there, the prices are lower than the original person that bought? We have a client right now in Wesley Chapel. She literally bought her house for $450,000. She's like, something happened, and she's like, I'm in a tough situation. I can't even afford this house anymore. I got to move. The builder is selling the same exact house for $400,000, like $50,000 less, right? With the same incentives, maybe more, right? And she said, yeah, when I went to buy this house, they told me, you have to sign now. These prices are going to go up. Don't miss out. Well, now they're down. And she's screwed. Look, there are markets that are going to go up. I get that, right? Like during COVID, if you didn't get a house right away, absolutely you missed out. There's always going to be up and down markets. It's anything and everything and every commerce and stocks and whatever the case may be. I mean, look at baseball cards, right? Remember when we were kids and we were collecting baseball cards, and then they went up in value, and then they died, and baseball card stores all went out of business, and now all of a sudden it's like Pokemon cards, they're all back. Things come and go all the time. But never to use scare tactics to have someone buy. That's the most ridiculous nonsense. I hate when I hear that stuff. It's like you're putting the fear into somebody. I had a person that literally was trying to buy a house, and this was like a couple months ago, and the agent was like, well, if you don't put a full price offer in today, blah blah blah, and they showed me the text message, and it was like, if you're not going to put a full price offer, don't even think about it, you're never going to get this house. That house never sold. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10. It was up to $55,000 in price reductions. Oh, good scare tactics try. Because it's so ridiculous. Don't scare people into trying to buy something. That's not what we're here for. So you got to watch out for the reassessments. You got to watch out for the scare tactics. And number 3, this is just my opinion. I don't want to be the first one to buy in a development unless I'm getting a phenomenal deal. I'm getting a phenomenal lot or whatever. Because a lot of times when they're opening up more and more, you'll also start seeing resales and you'll start seeing better deals. Because then what happens is the resales have to compete with the builder. And a lot of times you'll get a better deal. So my opinion on new construction is like, unless you're getting the deal of a century, I wait it out. I definitely wait it out. This is why a lot of times if you're renting, I'm shaking, renting is not bad. When you buy a house, only a tiny little bit of that money's going towards principal. Most of it's going towards interest, so it's going to nothing. Unless the market goes up. But a lot of people, it went down, so lose money. But if you're renting, yeah, all your money's going towards rent, but you're not playing the market of equity up or down. So a lot of times you're in a good situation to wait stuff out. So I like to wait things out to see what happens. Because sometimes you even get better deals because sometimes you don't have to wait for those, those scare tactics. So I always say be careful with new construction, but these videos are for you guys to comment. I want to hear your opinions. Listen, is it all negative? No, it's not. This video is just to beware. There's always pros to everything. And of course I'll do pro videos. I'm not a negative Nancy person. I just do watch out videos, pros and cons, be careful. So this is for you to comment below and tell me what you think. And tell me some things about real estate, new construction that you would warn other people as well. Oh, let me leave you with this. Always do an inspection. That's the other one. Bonus, always do an inspection with new construction. Let me say that one more time. Always do an inspection with new construction. Always.